Good evening, Lake Orion. Well, can't believe we have Ian back again today. Sad, isn't it?
No, the Pistons.
I'm your host, and I am.
This is over the Pistons.
Between Taorminas.
This is over the Pistons.
Go Stones.
This is the Pistons. Yes, indeed. It is Between Taorminas here on ONTV. We got Ian back. Sammy, how are you?
My worst nightmare's coming next week, and the Pistons are on the verge of making the playoffs.
What's your worst nightmare next week?
Anthony, please explain.
Sammy has to owe Ian a dinner.
That's
No.
the worst. What's the worst nightmare?
Somebody's coming on next week.
Oh, yes, somebody is coming on next week. Yeah, the good friend of yours is coming on next week. A certain B2 is coming on next week.
Double B, huh? And then next week, you should be paying me back for a debt you will owe me.
So Sammy's excited about that.
Sam's got a good week next week coming up.
Yeah, that's it. And then, of course, my Stars just lost last night. Now I have to beat Colorado and Nashville straight up to just win the division.
Are you going to let that happen?
I'm not going to let that happen, but I'm not happy with my Avalanche right
They
now.
lost yesterday too, didn't they?
Hey, let's see here. It looks like you might got some good news because Steven Stamkos was out.
Yeah. Well, we got the Flyers next.
Yeah,
They're ahead of us.
yeah,
Okay. Then we got Boston.
yeah.
Actually, there's 3 games left.
For you, I had 2 left.
Boston, Philly.
I have Colorado and Nashville, and I'm praying Arizona wins tonight.
Can't remember who the last one is. Who the Coyotes playing?
St. Louis.
Oh. In the desert or in the...
It's in St. Louis.
Oh.
I need St. Louis to lose.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. That's not going to happen, though.
Well, you never know. Arizona go in there and pull off an upset.
I don't see that happening.
They could. No,
That's not going to happen.
shall see. Because I know deep down the Stars, if the Stars play the Blues, Stars will kill them. They will absolutely kill them.
I think somebody's dreaming.
Not dreaming.
I think somebody's dreaming.
Hey, heard WrestleMania was last night.
You know, I heard this interesting stat about the Stars.
What?
They have one of the worst goals against average.
Yeah,
I didn't know their net minding was that bad.
it's not good. I've given up 15.
Let's go to the live feed of the Stars goalie situation.
Shut up about that goaltending situation. At least my goaltending situation is not as bad, not as worse as Jimmy Howard and Peter Mrazek.
They didn't look too good.
You think about that.
Jimmy Howard played well in Toronto the other night. I know you were watching that, right?
I was
No.
watching WrestleMania.
I'm talking Saturday night.
Well, I'm going to talk Sunday night.
You're going to talk Sunday night?
Yeah, I'm going to talk Sunday night.
What about WrestleMania got you going?
I always enjoy seeing The Undertaker. I enjoy seeing Brock Lesnar. Chris Jericho and AJ Styles had a good match. That ladder match was exciting. Overall, I would say it was a pretty good show. You know, I'm obviously WrestleMania. Yes, I understand wrestling's fake and all that, but I mean, still, it was a fun show and a lot. And it's becoming. You're seeing the sports start to come back in sports entertainment, and you saw a lot of things. Shaquille O'Neal actually fought in a wrestling match last night. He fought in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Stone Cold was out there. The
return
Rock
of Stone
was
Cold
out
Steve
there.
Austin, Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley returned for a segment. The Rock had his own segment. I mean, it was a pretty good night.
Now, talk to me about this happening at Cowboy Stadium. Your thoughts on that? 100,000 people.
It's one of the bigger venues out there,
United
Cowboy
States.
Stadium in the United States.
Do you know that broke the
that
previous
broke, yes,
WrestleMania,
with that Silverdome.
which we held.
Yep.
So now talk to me
93-7.
about this real quick. Is Jim Harbaugh going to get WrestleMania in the future to take place at the Big House to reclaim the attendance record? Do you think
You
that's
know
going to
what?
happen?
It's possible because you
Jim
look at
Harbaugh, a noted WWE fan.
I think WrestleMania 33 would be perfect for Michigan State and Ann Arbor because here's why.
Could they didn't do it this
Wait,
year?
isn't WrestleMania 33?
Oh,
That's
33.
at Citrusville.
It's
You're
at
talking about
Citrusville.
34.
34, yeah. I think it'll be perfect to have it at Michigan Stadium because 110,000. They can
Outdoor
break that.
stadium.
Outdoor stadium, break it easily. You know what I mean?
But the question will be, how cold is it to go?
The only question is going to be the climate because, when you notice all the WrestleManias mostly have usually been at either indoor stadiums or basically
down south.
Yeah. I think it's perfect. I'd like Harbaugh's dream to come true, but we'll see what Vince McMahon does.
It's a crapshoot. The weather in April in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago it was 70.
Yeah,
Yes.
now we're in the 30s.
Yeah. So could get lucky. Remember last Sunday, not this past Sunday, the Sunday before. Remember how nice that was? Easter
Yes.
Sunday?
Easter
Gorgeous.
Sunday was gorgeous.
Too bad they didn't, have it that day. in
It
Ann
would have
Arbor.
been something.
Would have been gorgeous.
But could happen in the future. That's something that would be pretty cool.
Never say never. And you know how Vince McMahon is all about opportunity and all about creativism
And all about that paper.
and all about money.
Him and his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of his brother, were you
His
ever
son.
fearful?
His son.
His son? Shane?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
his
Shane.
son.
Were you ever fearful of that man breaking his neck
No.
or back
No.
or
No. Because here's why.
He's on the top of that cage looking down at the Undertaker.
Yeah, going down. Yep. He's
You
done
don't
this.
think-
You know what? I've seen him go through more diabolical schemes than he's did. Of course, at SummerSlam a couple years ago when he fought Steve Blackman in a hardcore title match, he fell 50 feet from the stage down onto the mat.
He also did elbow drop the Big Show in
He
2001.
elbow dropped Big Show in 2001.
One. Him and Kane have fought ambulance matches.
Yep, him and Kane have fought ambulances matches. I mean,
Ambulance matches.
last man standing match. I mean, this guy has no fear for his body. I mean,
Well, The Undertaker also does a good job at protecting athletes as well.
He got the heck out of the way.
Yes, but The Undertaker does a very good job at protecting and working with athletes. So it's a credit to The Undertaker, too, one of the more professionals out there in wrestling.
Bit of a
At
mentor.
51 years old, it's unbelievable how he's still going.
Absolutely.
when you look at what Shane McMahon has done, he's the heir apparent to Vince McMahon. It's not.
You could say it's Stephanie or Triple
I wouldn't
H.
say Stephanie McMahon Helmsley at all. I think Stephanie McMahon, in my opinion, is not more than a joke.
Wow.
But here's
Well,
my,
as a businesswoman, I'm talking about from a business perspective. Stephanie is a businesswoman, and I do think that Triple H and Stephanie does a fantastic job from a business perspective. I don't think she's a joke. I don't think you're showing her the wrestling side of things. I'm talking about her as a business person. I think as a business perspective, I think that she and Triple H have done a very, very good job as far as running the wrestling company.
Shane McMahon's the heir apparent.
Well, but don't forget, Shane did distance from the company for a while too, but now he's coming back in. But really, when Vince McMahon does step down, I do think it should be Stephanie and Triple H because they've been running a wrestling organization
Should be
through and through.
Shane.
Well, I disagree. I think it should be
Should be
Triple H and
Shane.
Stephanie.
Wager?
No
No
wager.
wager.
All right. I tried.
Any final thoughts on WrestleMania?
Good event. I was still disappointed at the end of the show. Just disappointed at the end, but I kind of like the beginning and the middle. I think from the first match for the Intercontinental ladder
Right.
match until the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. No, until the Rock segment. You know what I mean? Like the Rock Eric Rowan match. I thought it was good until when quote company Pony Fraud came
John
back.
Cena.
And that
You know,
Triple H
fans
Roman
chant.
Reigns
You know,
match.
right? Fans chant John Cena sucks. There's mirroring music. Yeah, that should be a common theme. All right, when we come back to Between Taorminas, we're going to talk about some more sports.
When I'm in Lake Orion and I want to catch up on sports, I watch Between Taorminas.
Set the date. Lake Orion is having its 16th annual Flower and Art Fair on Friday, May 6th and Saturday, May 7th. This event takes place in the streets of downtown Lake Orion and kicks off the summer season. It's a wonderful place to purchase garden-related products and handmade craft items. This also provides a great opportunity to buy that special Mother's Day gift. Want to be a vendor in the fair or know someone who does? Don't delay, apply today. Give us a call or check out our website for an application. For more information or to download a vendor application, visit our website at downtownlakeorion.org. We hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. I got two losers here, and I got the winner right here, dressed in black.
That's gray.
Dressed in black and green.
That's charcoal gray.
Get out of here. All right, get out of my shot.
Get out of here.
All right, so let's talk about the NBA. Got the Stones. Got the 7th seed right now.
Chickens are coming home to roost, Bobby Brown.
You got the Stones actually 7th seed right now in the NBA playoffs. Sammy, what do you think about this?
I still think Chicago's going to catch them, despite the fact they're 2.5 back.
2.5 back with 5 games left.
5 games to go. But Chicago's got an extra game in hand on the Pistons, by the way. And, of course, let's see here. The Pistons have still got to play Miami.
Yep,
Which
twice, I believe.
Twice. I think both those games will be losses.
Sure you do. They got Orlando.
And they got to play
Cleveland.
I think Cleveland's a loss. And I think that Miami.
Cleveland's the last game of the year.
Yeah, Cleveland will be a
resting
loss.
people.
I think when you look at the situation here, I think the Pistons will go 1-4 in those stretches, and Chicago will pass them.
What do you guys think about the whole
think or
Kevin
hope?
Durant situation? What he said about following the Pistons win against the Thunder. What was your take on that whole Kevin Durant talking about, basically talking about how Reggie Jackson's celebrating
Bush
that
League.
win, and then how
Who
Kevin
cares
Durant
about
says Bush
Detroit?
League, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, what do you think about those whole comments?
Love it. I just wish there was a way to meet in the playoffs that wasn't the finals. That would be great if they could meet in the finals. But Pistons need a rivalry. They're young. They're up and coming.
They're supposed to be a rival at the Bulls.
They should, but, stones haven't been thrown yet. I mean, the Pistons need to rub some people the wrong way. You know what I mean?
You're saying that they need to have a rivalry with. Who do you think, who would be the perfect team, you think, in your mind?
Well,
Who do you think?
It should probably be in the Eastern Conference. It would be really
Indiana?
nice. That would be
Cleveland?
cool. I would like to see.
Milwaukee?
My hope is that the Pistons and Cavaliers line up in the playoffs. Because LeBron James, when he came into the league, he kind of put the nail in the coffin in the going to work Pistons. He took them out. If you recall, I believe in 2007.
Yeah.
He had a great series. I would like to see the Pistons young guns get some payback on LeBron. And I would like that rivalry to heat up. Wherever he's going to be.
Well,
In Cleveland, if he moves around.
a perfect Pistons rivalry would be, you think I'm going to be crazy, I think the Milwaukee Bucks would be a perfect rival. Because they're, like I said, they're an up-and-coming team. They have Greg Monroe, who came from Detroit over to Milwaukee. I think that
They got the Greek Freak.
and they also got in their GM, John Hammond, used to work for the Pistons. So you think about that rivalry. I think that'd be a great rivalry to have.
It'd be cool. Milwaukee doesn't really. Are they that good? They're okay. They're not bad. I want to see a good team. I like it that OKC is mad at the Pistons because OKC is a good, established, I would say an elite
They're more
team.
upset because of Reggie Jackson and how he left Oklahoma City.
True, but
I think that's what it's more about.
Did you hear Durant say?
I heard Durant say
who cares about
Detroit?
Detroit?
I think that's not going to get over well with Piston.
That's got to
He's
fire
a
him
free
up.
agent
He's a free
at
agent
the end of the
next
year.
So
True.
you got to
Well, he's
wonder,
not
is he
coming
going to
here.
be with Oklahoma City or is he going to go somewhere else like Houston? That could happen.
Houston's possible for him.
I think he stays.
You think he stays
I
in
think
OKC?
he stays.
Why?
I do. They drafted him.
I think he's going to go to Houston. I think he's going to go to Houston because because Durant went to Texas. Houston's pretty close to Austin, and I think it'll be perfect for him to be a Houston Rocket, either be a Houston Rocket or Dallas Maverick.
What about San Antonio Spurs?
I doubt San Antonio will want him.
What about going back home to D.C.?
That's possible. Washington's trying to get. Washington, I think, is out right now.
They are out.
So I mean, it'd be a nice way to get him to go there.
John Wall, Kevin Durant.
That'd be quite a good lineup.
Pretty big
That'd be
matchup.
good. That would be perfect.
But I mean, back to your point about the Pistons. Yes, I mean, you look at the Bucks would be a natural rivalry for the Stones. Also, you look at Indiana.
Chicago.
Did you notice the last time the Pistons played Indiana, a fight almost occurred?
Yep.
There were words. There were fights about to take place.
Yep.
You've got the Bulls, and then you also got the Cavaliers as well. I think Cleveland could be in a position about to implode.
Yeah.
Because that situation is not gonna go over well. I mean, obviously, it's LeBron's kingdom.
That's the problem.
It's LeBron's kingdom. It's LeBron's place. He's got all the inmates running the asylum. And you've got essentially 3 players on that team that want the ball in their hands at the final minute. You got LeBron, Kevin Love, and then also you got
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. And I don't think that place is big enough for the 3 of them. I really don't. I think that situation is going to implode. This isn't a situation where it's like Miami, where Miami could handle 3 stars. But you look at it, I mean, that almost imploded in Miami. And then when LeBron went to Cleveland.
Would you trust Reggie Jackson to win you a game? And that answer for me is no.
Reggie Jackson's been proving it the last few games.
Would I trust?
Yes, I would.
No, I
B,
would not.
we're talking about Cleveland.
I would not.
I would feel better about your bet.
I would feel much better if the
What are you
Detroit
talking about,
Pistons
Cleveland?
did not make the playoffs, and the Cleveland Cavaliers can fix this mess.
They're still number 1 seed.
They're still the number 1 seed.
Toronto's too.
I think if the Pistons, this is why the Pistons aren't going to make the playoffs. It's because they're going to collapse these final. They're going to go 1-4 in their final 5 games. 1-4.
I don't see
I
it
don't see
happening.
that happening.
I think they're going to go 1-4.
You're just trying to get some juju out there. You're
Why?
trying to put a hex on him or something.
Why?
Listen, do you think LeBron, no matter what happens in Cleveland this year, they go out in the first round, they win the championship, which I don't see happening, do you think LeBron stays in Cleveland?
Yes, he's stuck in Cleveland.
You think so?
He's stuck.
You think so?
Because if he wins, because it's more about brand. It's more about his brand, his image. If he leaves Cleveland again, look at how the perception of LeBron is going to be. Turncoat on your home city, not once but twice. I don't think that's a perception you can live off of.
I don't see him winning a championship in Cleveland. You want to know what made Miami successful? Is they had
Dwayne Wade had the ability to sacrifice for LeBron. It was the reason why Miami won those championships was because of Dwayne Wade, his ability to sacrifice for the good of the team. I mean, LeBron has not had that where he's had to sacrifice his ability for the team, whereas Dwayne Wade had to sacrifice his ability to the team, and somewhat Chris Bosh as well. But I mean, that's the reason why Miami won.
Disagree with you.
Why?
I think Cleveland will win a championship with LeBron James.
Not as long as Golden State is
on a
winning
mission.
the whole thing.
Because he's on a mission.
What about this though?
The problem is Golden State. Golden State has a dynasty right now,
They do.
And Golden
led
State's
by
got a
Steph
dynasty
Curry
going.
and
Who's-
Day and
Who's in charge of Miami though? Not on the
Pat
floor.
Riley.
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, a certifiable alpha basketball dog.
Cleveland
who
can
puts
win a championship. They can win a
LeBron in his
championship.
place. LeBron has no one. There's no management. There's no elite basketball mind in Cleveland that says, LeBron, you're the player. You play the game. You're not the coach. You don't hire and fire coaches. You don't hire and fire players. That's my job. That's why Miami was successful, because they put LeBron in his place. And there's nobody to do that in Cleveland.
I think Cleveland can win a championship because
I do not.
you do not because you're scared of Cleveland.
I am Cleveland hasn't won a championship in
You
any
are
sport
scared about the city
in
of
years.
Cleveland. You are scared about
But Sammy, realistically, the Indians haven't won a World Series. The Browns haven't won anything in football. The Lumberjacks haven't won anything.
Cleveland will win an NBA championship.
Why do you think the Cavs will win anything?
Cleveland will win an NBA championship.
Right now, as long as we're in an era of Golden State right now, the small ball, Steph Curry's the face of the league right now. LeBron can't stand that.
And how about another team
And
out
you know,
west?
San Antonio's the kings of consistency.
San Antonio's
They're the
gonna beat
consistency
Golden
of
State.
hallmark of greatness.
You
Antonio
see
beat-
Cleveland beating San Antonio?
I can see Cleveland beating San Antonio.
No,
No
I see San
way
Antonio
in
beating
heck.
Cleveland. I see
No
San
way in
Antonio,
heck.
San Antonio can beat Golden State.
I got
I
faith
think
in
so.
Cleveland. I got faith in Cleveland that they will be fine.
You want to make a bet?
All right, any final
And
thoughts?
the Detroit Pistons will choke to conclude the season.
Ian, any final thoughts?
Even though their magic number, I believe, is 3 right now.
I am saving my appetite for when the Pistons undoubtedly make the playoffs.
All right, we'll be right back with Between Taorminas on ONTV.
With strap on the feet.
Hello, Oakland County. This is Sammy Taormina talking OA Now. In it, we'll talk various stories from ranging from the state to Oakland County teams affecting the OAA. Catch us here on OA Now.
Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV. Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. We got baseball projections, ladies and gentlemen.
Baseball season has begun.
Yes, it has.
And we know who's going to win the AL Central.
Do we now?
Do we? Yeah.
Yeah. They don't reside in Kansas.
Yeah, they do
Or
reside in
Missouri, wherever the
Kansas
heck they
City,
play.
Missouri.
No.
Yeah, they do reside in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's why the Kansas City Royals are going to win the Central Division, and you're going to get 2 thumbs up for the Royals because one, they're the defending World Series champions,
You're talking
and 2,
fast.
they can hit, the baseball, and 3, they have a bullpen. They can definitely pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can pitch from the 6th inning on. Who are their starters?
That is the bullpen.
And give me 4 more.
Oh my.
Oh, I got Ian Kennedy. Ooh, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, he scares you.
Yeah, he had a 5
So,
ERA
Ian,
in the
who are you
National League.
projecting to win the division?
Well,
Sammy's clearly got Kansas City. Who do you got winning the division?
I'm just going to go full-on homer here. Give me the Tigers.
You think the Tigers are going to win the division?
I think
Why?
the Tigers this year have the most depth and they have the most talent on their roster that they've had in a long time. And I think the health will be able to be managed a little better than last year.
Austin will be fired. And
No.
Ron Gunheim will be the new manager.
No, I don't see that happening. What about if they fire Osmus? Is there any chance Leland comes back?
No.
Okay. Just something I'm throwing out there.
And I'm saying to you right now, Kansas City wins this division because they have experience. Experience.
The Tigers don't have experience?
They are not good.
We'll see about that.
Well,
And who do you got?
I want to say the Tigers will win the division, but it's hard to go against Kansas City.
It is hard to go against Kansas City, of course.
My heart is Detroit, but my mind thinks Kansas City. But you cannot count out Chicago. You cannot count out Cleveland. Can't count out Minnesota. The Central is much tougher than it has been in recent years.
This is a year you could see any team winning it. Mm-hmm. Truly, you could.
You truly. I mean, it is true.
I mean, the Twins have got a really good lineup.
You know what? You know who I
really
think is going to
young.
win the World Series this year? You think I'm going to be crazy? It's for the first time since 1908 that this team.
Steve Bartman comes back.
Steve Bartman will get his name regenified, and the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs will win the World Series this year.
That ain't gonna happen.
That is the Vogue pick.
That is
A
the
lot
vote.
of people like that pick.
Some like Toronto, the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yep. And you know what else? What year is it?
This is
2016.
2016.
16 is an even year.
Mm-hmm.
Does that tell you anything?
Yeah.
What?
Year of Chicago Cubs.
No. Year of the San Francisco Giants.
Oh,
That
yeah.
could happen.
That's it. I think
The
San
J-Man,
Francisco wins the NL West. I think the NL Central.
No love for the Diamondbacks?
No love for the
Or the
Diamondbacks
Dodgers?
Or the Dodgers. I think that the Chicago Cubs win the Central. And the NL.
What about the Pittsburgh Pirates?
No love for
the
them.
Pirates?
And then the NL East, I got to give it to the Miami Marlins.
What?
The Miami Marlins will win the NL East.
They're going to beat the
They're gonna
Mets
beat the
and
Mets?
the Nationals?
Yep.
They're going to beat the Mets in the National.
Yep.
You're out to lunch.
I'm not out to lunch.
You're out to
And
lunch.
the AL, I think it's going to be Toronto wins the East.
Yeah.
Kansas City wins the Central.
Nah.
AL West, Texas Rangers.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Oakland.
Don't sleep on Anaheim.
Don't sleep on the Mariners either.
What about Houston?
Oh, God.
I think
God.
Houston.
Yeah, about Houston.
I think
Yeah,
Houston's
Houston.
going to be a wild card team.
They might be the best team in the
They could
American
be the
League.
best team.
I think
Yeah, they
I think
could.
Houston's gonna be a wild card team, and I think the last wild card team, oddly enough, the New York Yankees.
You give
You
no
give it
love
No,
to the Tigers.
Nor
You give no love to
Boston.
the Tigers.
Nor
But you're going to tell
Boston.
me the Yankees with their old beep lineup and their
What about the
shaky
Boston
starting
Oh wait,
rotation?
I take that back. Not the Yankees. The Boston Red Sox are the second place team, and the Detroit Tigers are not gonna make the playoffs. And we're gonna hear, and of course,
Boston, who do they have on this?
David Price, and then of course you
One
got,
pitcher.
and then of course, you know who would come out of the AL? The Houston Astros. It'd be the Houston.
Even over Kansas City?
It'd be the
You
Houston.
said, wow.
Yeah,
It'll be-
You said the
Kansas City
Yankees.
and the
Kansas City.
Astros are going to play in the in the ALCS. I think Houston wins a tough 7-game series over poor Kansas City, and then you got the Houston Astros are going to take on Chicago Cubs, with the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series.
No Toronto?
No Toronto.
No Detroit?
Definitely no Detroit.
No Detroit?
No Detroit.
Let's remember where we're at.
Ian, what do you,
April
what do you,
4th.
Ian, what's your projections?
Divisions or
leave.
playoffs?
Who do you got winning? Who do you got winning divisions?
Divisions. I'm going to go Dodgers. I kind of like the Diamondbacks, so. Dodgers. Give me the Pirates. And the Nationals. And then give me Houston, Detroit, and Toronto.
Pretty fair.
What do you think?
What do I think? Okay. Let's see. For the AL, I have to go with, I'm going to say Anaheim wins the West.
Okay.
I'm going to say the Central, I'm going to give that to the Tigers. And then I'm going to give the East probably to Toronto. And then I'm going to give the NL to, you have to go with St. Louis. I'm going to go with St. Louis,
Steady Eddie.
beating the Cubs. I'm going to go with, I'm probably going to go with the G-Men, the Giants, San Francisco Giants. And then I've got, in the NL East, I'm going to go with the, to final it out, the NL East, I'm probably going to go with the Nationals.
Nationals? So nobody's giving love to the Mets this year, even though
Hell no! They're a team we surrendered to.
even though they went to the World Series last
They're a
year.
team we surrendered to.
All right, any final thoughts?
I'm just over the moon that baseball's back. Track is here.
Yes, it is.
Baseball and basketball are in the playoffs in Detroit again.
No.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye between Taorminas.
Great time.
No, it's
April
not.
and the D.
No, it's
April
not.
and the D.
No, it's not.
April and
You
the
gotta
D.
be a Royals fan.
April
Be a
and
Royals
the D.
fan. Be a
April
Royals
and
fan.
the
Be a Royals fan.
D.